Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all for being here and to listening to, I believe, one of the most well thought out arguments as to why we should all as Americans be concerned. I want to thank Ranking Member Neal for gathering this committee. We all know that the Ways and Means Committee has the authority for revenue, for tax writing, for trade. We have been very intentional and very measured before responding to a lot of these issues. You have heard from my colleagues about the range of issues that we are seeing. I know people are calling this chaos. This may be chaos to us, but it's not chaos to them. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly why they're doing. I'm concerned why Elon Musk, a special government employee, whatever the hell that means, that's a new term that's come up, who has nothing, was never elected to anything, is an outside billionaire consultant, and Doge, a fake department, have access to the most sensitive federal payment systems and confidential tax information of millions of Americans. Now, they have access to much more extensive than they've even disclosed to the public. We're learning that day by day by reporters like you all who are finding this information out and sharing it with the American public as to how much they are doing. Whether they are not only just reading this information, they're putting it in AI models, we are finding out. They want to understand where the money is flowing. Why do they want to understand where the money is flowing? A lot of individuals up here have brought up that Elon Musk is a billionaire. We do not hate all billionaires. But let's be clear. Much of Elon Musk's resources and his wealth is based on government contracts. $15 billion that we know of is from one company that he owns in government contracts. That is not a conflict of interest. Our new president, President Trump, has said that Elon Musk is going to self-report if he has a conflict of interest. What kind of nonsense is that? And it's no mistake and no chaotic, discombobulated kind of happenstance that one of the first things that our president did was fire the inspectors general. We've almost forgotten about that and all of the other things that have happened. But the watchers are gone. The watchers are not there to be able to do the kind of independent oversight that Congress gave them authorization to. I loved how my colleague, Congressman Swazi, talked about the quotes for the chairman of this committee about leaks. The concern, the fact that having these leaks is actually a felony. Individuals having unauthorized access to information, your taxpayers' information, is a felony. The concern that the chairman expressed previously was for President Trump, for individuals that they're friends with. They are not concerned with the millions of Americans' taxpayers' information. That should be clear to the American public, that most of the Republicans are not concerned with you. They are not concerned with your everyday cost of living, as Congressman Horsford explained to you. They're not concerned about the cost of eggs that was talked about ad nauseum during the campaign, gas, or other goods that you have, and what's that going to mean to your everyday life. We are concerned with hardworking American people, the information, your banking, your Social Security, the most intimate details of your personal life. That's what Congress should be concerned with at this time. And as Congressman Doggett and others explained, Congresswoman Sewell, who heads up oversight, we are going to use whatever power we have in the minority, in the opposition, to the opposition of taking away Americans' rights and their liberties, as our chairman said. We want to open it up to some questions. If you all have questions, we're happy to respond to them. Yes.
Do you feel like Leader Thune and Speaker Johnson are abdicating their congressional authority by allowing the president to overstep congressional authority? I mean, and do you think we're in a constitutional crisis?
Well, I know that people have talked about a constitutional crisis, and the crisis is when the Constitution is not followed. We are the first branch, the first article of government, and one of those things within that Constitution is that we have the power of federal funding to appropriate and decide where that funding is going. The president has tried to remove Congress's authority to do that by freezing funds, by taking them over, by allowing DOGE to freeze funds, to claw back, to discussing of dismantling agencies that Congress has put in place. So if that you think is a constitutional crisis, then yes, we are in one.
So what do you think specifically about the role of, say, Leader Thune and Speaker Johnson?
Well, I can't say what is going on in their mind, but I know that they can see exactly what we all see. And if they're not doing anything about it, then I would say that they've abdicated their authority here in this Congress and in the Senate. I don't know if anybody else wanted anything to add, Mr. Chairman.
I think in a representative democracy, as Stacey has outlined, there's a